Welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 2, Episode 1 of Elite, 20 Hours Missing. So last time was the Season 1 finale, and we finally find out who murdered Medina, which was Polo. Now, currently, I believe only Polo, Christian, and Carla are aware that it's Polo. Everyone else is under the impression that it was Nano. Now, I wonder where this is gonna go. I wonder what Season 2's take of the show is gonna be, because the whole plot of Season 1 was essentially trying to figure out who murdered Medina. And I really enjoyed the interview aspect and the time jumping. So I wonder if they're going to bring that back into Season 2, but then I wonder what it would be about. What would the time jumps be? Could another event take place in the Season 2 finale? I don't know. Have we had a long gap between the finale and the Season 1 premiere? Because it would make sense from a school aspect, because they were about to go on holiday, weren't they? It was the end of the year, I believe, wasn't it? It was around Christmas time. Or am I wrong? Oh my god. Me and time, but anyway, yeah. I'm extremely excited to get back into it, so without further ado, let's go. Interesting. Is this a time jump? Is this the future? Wow.
Fue visto por última vez ayer por la noche. En el momento de la desaparición llevaba puesto.
Who disappeared? 3 months earlier. Okay. How long after the Season 1 finale is this, though? God, Christian must feel awful. Oh my god, he's grown out his hair. Oh, fuck. Does he know then? Oh shit, he knows. He knows something's fishy. Oh, Christian, I'm sorry, that hair is beautiful. I love it. Oh, she looked beaut.
Ahora estoy a tope.
Sí. ¿Sabes? En serio creí que el internado había hecho algo bueno por ti. En serio probaba este curso, porque si no nuestros padres te van a cerrar el grifo y tú no has nacido para pobre.
Porque sé que pase lo que pase, te tengo a ti.
Ay.
I mean, that's not the way to think about it.
Es mi penitencia como hermana.
Medio hermana.
Half sister. Interesting. So they are together. Lovely. She looks so good. Like, damn. Oh, here she is. New girl on the block.
No me jodas.
What, do they know her? Oh, well, she's taking his house. Poor girl, really. So sad. How is Polo gonna look him in the eye?
¿Qué pasa? ¿No te gusta? Si quieres lo cambiamos.
Carla looks so different as well. I like the hair, love.
Creo que Cristian ha ido a ver a Nano y...
Yeah.
Voy a ver a los demás y ahora te veo. Oye, que me encanta verte también. De verdad.
Is Polo just full on not talking about it? As if it didn't happen? Oh shit, that look. Oh god, is Guzman gonna have a go at him? Guzman back down.
¿Tú qué haces aquí? Tengo el mismo derecho que tú a estar aquí.
Guzman. Jesus Christ.
La herida que ha dejado en todos nosotros, la muerte de Marina, tardará mucho tiempo en cicatrizar. No puedo ni siquiera empezar a imaginar por lo que estás pasando.
No, no puedes.
Jesus.
Ahora imagínate que tuvieras que cruzarte por los pasillos con el culpable de todo ese dolor.
Samuel no es el culpable de nada.
Si Samuel no hubiera entrado en este colegio.
Right. No. I understand he's in pain. I understand he's going through a lot. You could not blame Samuel for anything. Anything. He came to this school because your dad fucked up. If you're going to keep going down the chain of blame, it ends with your dad. Like, stop blaming other people. And then obviously he's taking the blame that he feels is his own fault for not doing something about Medina at the moment. Because like he said in the finale, he was like, no, I'm not going to help her because maybe some people just need to deal with their mistakes. All shit like that. Like, he's obviously blaming himself and he's pushing it all onto him, but it's just not fair. But he's going through a lot of grief, so you can give him a pass, but logically, no. That's not how it works.
Es un buen estudiante. No sería justo.
Yep.
Justo. Marina está muerta. ¿Eso te parece justo?
No, but it's also not fair to just kick Samuel out for nothing he did.
Y ahora sabed que si habléis con el puto camarero, para mí estáis muertos.
Jesus Christ.
Mejor guarda el móvil. Si te pillan usándolo, te lo confiscan. Serás rica, pero no eres como los demás aquí.
Da mucha honra. ¿Algún problema?
Era un cumplido.
Interesting.
Rebeca. Con K. Pero mis colegas me llaman Rebe. Chica, vente. No te preocupes, que me llevo muy guay con todos los moros. En mi barrio me los he tirado a todos.
Tío, que te costaba ir a verle. He estado trabajando como una mula para pagar su puta fianza. ¿Y tú? De crucero con tu novia en vuestro yate privado.
God, Christian really doesn't look like he's handling it well. I do think he's going to break at some point.
Lleva unos meses que casi ni habla. Como si tuviera miedo de que si dice una sola palabra, toda la verdad irá detrás.
Joder, tía, qué intensidad. En serio, necesitas unas vacaciones.
Polo, you murdered a girl.
Polo, ¿estás bien?
¿Yo? Mejor que nunca. ¡Mua!
Oh, this is denial better than I've ever seen it. Jesus Christ.
¿Sabes por qué estoy con ella? Porque siempre me apoya, incondicionalmente.
Eso no es amor,
Yeah.
es devoción.
Yeah.
Como la que se tiene por un dios.
There is a very big difference between unconditional love and unconditional support. If you unconditionally love someone and you want for them to be the best version of themselves that they can be, you will tell them when they're fucking up and you will help to stop that. You will help to support them. You will want them to be their best version of themselves. You will not support every action they do if it's self-destructive. It's just, like she said, it's like devotion. It's like she sees him as such an amazing person that he could never do wrong. And that's not good for either of them.
La gente que te quiere te dirá la verdad.
Yeah.
Y la verdad es que la muerte de Marina no va a justificar mucho más tiempo que te comportes como un animal.
Oh my God, Nadia. I mean, she's right, but oof.
¿Sabes que estás en el colegio gracias a mí? Hice un trato con tu padre. Por eso no contesté a tus mensajes. De nada.
No soy una princesa que necesita ser rescatada. Y tú desde luego no eres un príncipe.
Yeah.
No te necesito.
I am so proud of Nadia. Oh my God. This single episode, if I had to pick a favorite character just from season 2, it would already be Nadia.
Me volví a mi barrio, pero ya mismito.
¿Por qué te fuiste?
Porque nos tocó el gordo.
Joder. Vaya putada, ¿no?
Es una discoteca de la hostia. Y encima nos ponen reservado rollo VIPs. ¿Qué pasa? ¿No quieres ser un VIPs tú o qué?
It's whether he can get away. I'm sure he'd love to.
10 minutos al día cada tarde no son suficientes, Omar. ¿Te crees que
He
no lo
knows that, yeah. There's not much he can do. He's trying his hardest.
¿Cuándo cojones vas a hablar con él? Porque yo ya he hablado con el mío.
It's not that simple, Ander.
¿Vas a comprar a nuestras familias?
Exactly.
¿En serio, tío?
Tu padre es un dictador. Por eso tienes que enfrentarte a él. Que esto del amor prohibido es divertido un rato, pero ya cansa.
I understand both sides. Omar's situation is a lot different from Ander and it's a lot more complicated, but I can understand why Ander is getting frustrated. Hell yeah. Oh. Oh fuck, what happened? What happened? Is that his dad? What happened? Oh my God. Is he okay? Oh.
Disfrutar de la cola, campeones. Pues nada, que estamos en la lista de Valerio.
Hell yeah. I've never actually been to a club. Not my kind of scene, you know? Bit too loud. God, what a fancy club. Oh no, Guzman's gonna lose his shit. Guzman, like, I know let it go is like a big phrase when his sister's dead, but like, let it go towards Samu. It's not his fault.
¿Qué te crees? Que a mí me apetece verte la cara.
Perdona, que has dicho acércate que no te oigo bien.
Vale, pues a ver si oyes esto. Yo no soy el culpable de la muerte de Marina porque mi hermano no la mató.
Ah, ¿no? ¿Y quién ha sido?
Puta idea porque no soy policía, pero al menos lo estoy tratando de averiguar.
Oh.
Y ojalá le partan la puta cabeza para que se...
Wow.
Qué valiente te has vuelto, Ander. ¿Estás de su lado o qué?
Wow, Guzman, just stop.
Como mejor amigo mío que eres, deja de intentar poner a todo el mundo de un lado o de otro. Porque te vas a quedar solo en el tuyo.
Yep. Well done, Ander. And there's the real murderer. Oh shit. 23 hours missing. Is this the whole theme of the show? Is like every episode going to be more hours missing?
Sabemos que dejó la fiesta a las 10. Cogió esta carretera y fue la última vez que alguien le vio.
Is it this party that we're talking about or is it... No, because it was months ago, wasn't it? So it must be in the future. It's not a body, is it?
Acabar allí con él. Porque si confiesas que mentiste, serías cómplice de asesinato.
True. That I didn't even think of that, to be honest. He's too far in now.
¿Por qué echarlo todo a perder? Con todo el futuro que tienes por delante.
Because it's a future built off of lies.
Si para conseguirla tengo que traicionar a mi hermano. Eso ni es vida ni es nada.
Yep. It's just, it's so like, you can't buy him.
Que va, tía, eso no lo veo yo nada para ti, ¿eh?
A lo mejor te parece ridículo, pero creo que estoy haciendo algo que no debería hacer.
Pero que da gustito.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this girl. She is so pretty. Oh my god.
¿Y tú cuándo piensas contestarle con un par de tortas?
¿Qué quieres que haga? ¿Que me apunte a taekwondo?
Coño, Samu, te enseño yo boxeo.
¿Tú? ¿A boxear?
¿Y este?
I love this girl. Carla, what are you gonna do? Because if you just break things off with him, he's gonna break. They better not say take him out. What does that mean, Christian?
Te lo voy a robar un momentito.
Te veo luego, ¿eh?
Vamos, y claro, llévatele, no vaya a ser que le pegue los piojos.
Te alcanza ahora la barra, hermano.
Oh, this bitch is gonna fight Lou. I'm ready for this.
Te conozco perfectamente bien a las personas como tú. Y su familia se ha ganado ese dinero a base de negocios turbios. Droga casi siempre.
Claro, claro, claro. Todo esto es porque estáis todos en contra de las drogas, ¿no? De eso hacéis tertulia cuando vais de 3 en 3 al baño.
Por eso tú estás tan orgullosa de tu familia que vas por ahí diciendo que les tocó la lotería.
How did they get their money then? Is it drugs? But damn, that is going to be a powerful duo against each other. Because Lou's never had someone who goes like down to her level to fight. And I feel like this girl would. It just feels so wrong to have Polo here.
¿Dónde vas?
Hacer lo que tenía que haber hecho hace 3 meses.
Oh no.
Tú vuélvete con Polito. Estáis hechos el uno para el otro.
Oh, Christian, you're fucked, mate. Her dad is going to do something to you. Oh, Ander. Oh, Ander. Oh, Ander. Oh, that's so awkward considering what we know. Oh, that's so bad. Did he say? Did he tell him the truth? Yeah, Nadia doesn't know. You got to tell her. Is he going to get hit by a car? Oh my god, is he going to get hit by a car? Christian, I don't think you're going to make it to the police station. I really don't. Oh no, I knew something was going to happen. God, he's going for ages. Oh my god, it is her dad, isn't it? Are they just gonna drive off? Oh my god, his leg looks fucked there.
Ha sufrido un ictus muy fuerte.
A stroke.
Va a tardar mucho tiempo en volver a ser el que era.
A lot of the time with strokes, you don't go back to normal though.
Un amigo de Nadia. Es un amigo de Nadia. Van juntos a clase.
¿Qué hueles?
Yeah, she knows.
Sí, estaba en una discoteca. Pero me tiraron una copa encima.
¿Quieres dejar de mentirte una vez?
Oh, wow.
Que es una terrorista.
Wrong wording, Ander, wrong wording.
Quiero decir, yo tengo un montón de amigos musulmanes. Me cago en la puta. Tampoco debería decir estas cosas.
¿Por qué no te vas?
Omar, si solo
Que te pires.
Shit. Just when Nadia was trying to have a good time. Oh, Omar.
Echaba de menos esto. Te echaba de menos a ti.
No. Oh my god, I thought he was going to kiss her then. I was like, Why is this feeling incesty?
Prometimos que esto no iba a volver a pasar.
Oh no.
Soy tu hermana.
Like, you could say only half, but still your sister. Jesus Christ. No. Ew. Oh, and I was really liking them two together. They had a really nice bond, and then they went and ruined it. Carla, why don't you think he's replying? You told your dad that you think he's going to blab. What do you think would happen?
Perdonad un momento.
Oh, is she going to reveal about Christian?
Vuestro compañero Christian sufrió anoche un accidente con su moto. Solo que está muy grave.
Jesus Christ.
Lleva toda la noche en quirófano.
Yes, Carla, yes. Do you see what all these lies have caused?
Que seguramente no vuelva a caminar.
Oh my god.
Yo no sé nada de esto, Polo. Tuvo que ser un accidente.
Oh, Carla. What, does he think he did it?
¿Y estas pastillas, tío?
What are they?
¿Cuántas?
What are they? Oh my god, her parents are there.
He venido a ver a Cristian Él y yo tenemos cosas importantes que hablar y le puedo ayudar. Descansa.
No me pienso mover de aquí hasta que no vea a Cristian.
Vuelve mañana.
Mire, usted tendrá muchos amigos aquí, pero este hospital no es suyo. Así que no decide quién se queda y quién se va. Y yo me voy a quedar.
Damn.
Yo también me quedo.
Creo que ese todos también me incluye a mí.
Why are you staying? Yeah. I know it's not necessarily Carla's fault, but she should have known that if she's telling her dad that.
Suiza.
Uno de los mejores hospitales del mundo. Allí le van a operar mañana mismo y luego harán unos meses de rehabilitación intensiva. Sus padres están felices.
¿Y tú?
¿Cómo quieres que estés, amo? ¿Qué otra opción tengo?
Chicos, es muy tarde. Así que es hora de la despedida.
Wow. Oh, Carla.
Tarde o temprano vais a caer. Alguien os hará caer. Yo solo espero estar bien ese día para poder bailar sobre vuestra puta tumba.
Whoa, my God. I mean, Carla, you deserve that. Look what you've done. You've covered up a murder, and now you've covered up this.
Cristian sabía algo.
Yep.
Yo también lo creo.
Yep.
¿Me quieres ahora?
Yo nunca he pensado que fueras tú, Nano.
¿Y por qué no has venido a verme antes?
Porque Guzmán tiene razón. Si la mataron por ese reloj, la mataron por tu culpa.
Oh.
Tú decidiste chantajear a esa gente.
Oh.
Y tú se lo diste a Marina. Y por eso no te lo voy a perdonar en la vida.
Damn.
Voy a hacer todo lo que pueda para sacarte de aquí. Voy a hacer todo lo que esté en mi mano para encontrar a esa gente y que pague por lo que ha hecho.
Por aquí.
Oh, yeah. Is it Samu? Is that his bike? Oh, yeah, he's always on a bike, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, my God, it is him.
¡Samu!
Oh, shit. Why is he missing? Did they try and take him out as well? What? No. God, what a fucking episode. My God. That was an incredible season opener. That, I literally can't fault a single thing about it. I can't fault a single thing about it. So let's start off with Guzman. He's obviously going through a lot, and I don't blame him for any of his actions, simply because grief hits people in different ways. It will alter your perception of things in different ways. He's obviously taking this very badly and taking it down the route of blaming everyone else and not assigning himself some blame, because we all know he blames himself a lot for what happened, because he could have done something to stop it in his mind. He could have been there for Medina more and tried to help her, especially on that night when Samu was telling him to. And I think that's why he holds such disdain for Samu himself, because it's not that Samu is the brother of Nano. I don't think that's why he's annoyed at him. It may be a tiny part, but I don't think that's why. I think it's because Samu kept trying his hardest to get Guzman to help him with Medina, and he just didn't. And he blames himself, and he's holding all of this inside, and he doesn't know what to do with this guilt, and it's manifesting in blaming everyone else. Now, I hope that as the season progresses, he will get to a point where he's kind of accepted it and not moved on, because I don't think you ever move on, but accepted what happened and accepts that this is the life that he has now. She may not be in it. He can still love her even after she's gone, but he has to accept that she is gone. That's the main thing. She is gone, and he can't let his life fade away through grief, you know? So Nadia was so different this episode compared to last season. Like, this was a completely different Nadia, and I think it was earned. Like, it's not as if they've just changed her character. You saw this beginning from right through season 1, episode 1 to episode 8. She was just slowly changing this whole time, and it's finally got to the point where we're seeing a different, more independent and strong Nadia, because she's always been strong, but she's very much been held back by her parents and their beliefs and their wants for her. But it seems as though she's finally doing what she wants and what's best for her, that she knows. She knows what's best for her more than anyone else, and she's finally doing it, and I'm just so proud of her for that, and you can really see it. And I love her. This episode, if I had to pick a favorite character from this episode, I think it's tied between Nadia and the new girl. Let's talk about the new girl. I love her. I love her vibe. I love the way that she interacts with the world, her style, just everything about her. She has like this, she has the energy of Lou, you know, that like badass bitch who will cut you down. But she's also very put together, and she knows who she is. And she's not faking it to anyone. She isn't faking who she is, and she's not changing her personality based on who she is around. She's just being her. And I don't think we have a character like that at the moment. We have people being themselves, but we have no one who is being themselves unapologetically. And I think it's really cool to see someone like that. And I think it's going to be really beneficial to everyone in the show to have her around. Now, speaking of Lou, let's talk about her. She seems to be the same as she was. She seems to be very conniving, scheming, just a bitch. I think we saw a tiny bit of growth this episode. When she was with Valerio, we'll talk about that. When she was with him and having fun, it was a different kind of Lou than we've seen because it was genuine fun. It wasn't fun at the expense of others. It wasn't fun to mask something else. It was just genuinely she was having a good time and not thinking about shit. Because all she does is think. All she does is think about the next thing. And it was nice to see her just let go. But she still seems like a big bitch. She still seems like an actual asshole. So we're going to have to see. She might change. She might get better. But at the moment, I'm still not a fan of Lou. Ander and Omar, I don't know how I feel. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore, to be honest. Ander doesn't seem to be very understanding of Omar's struggles. I think he is understanding to a point, but I don't think he's understanding enough. Because he seems to treat him and Omar's situations very similarly, when they're not. Ander has very supportive parents, and he has a lot easier of a life than Omar, and I don't think he's acknowledging that. Because he's telling Omar to do these things. Why haven't you done this? Like, oh, these 10 minutes aren't enough. It's like, Omar knows they're not enough. Omar wants more. But what can he do? You don't know the implications if he actually came out to his parents. You don't know what would happen. He could get thrown out. Could be homeless. Oh, but then you can live together. But he won't be happy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, Ander is just, I know that they're meant to be young, and that's why this is hard to talk about. Because you're like, it's young love. It's him just not thinking about the future and him not thinking it through. But it's still so aggravating to see as an audience because you just want to have his boyfriend be understanding, but he's not. And it's annoying. Now, Ander himself, we didn't get a lot of Ander. We didn't get a lot of development. Ander seemed like the same Ander that we had seen the previous season. He's just, I don't know. Ander isn't one of my favorites, to be honest with you. But I don't know why. I think it's simply because we haven't had enough of him. We had some development last season. We definitely had development, but I don't think we've had enough. I haven't seen enough of Ander to warrant me loving him. So I hope we get a lot more of him this season. Now, new character, Valerio. He's very interesting. He's like the opposite of Lou, because Lou is very stuck up and she thinks everything through. She's very scheming, very planning. He just seems so go with the flow and so nonchalant about everything. Even like class divides, because Lou holds the class divide very heavily. She'll treat people who are of a lower economic class than her so poorly, simply for that fact. Whereas like Valerio said, he doesn't give a shit. He's just very go with the flow. That's like, if I could describe anything about Valerio, it's just, he just doesn't give a shit. He just seems so just, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. This makes me happy. Cool, I'll do it. And I think that's very different from Lou. And I think that will be beneficial for Lou. However, we did see a bit of incest, which that's disgusting. We didn't need that. I wish they didn't do that. But then it is a drama show, so I understand why they did it. But I wish that he was just her brother that was there for her and showing her a good time. But evidently they have a history together with that because we said we would never do this again. So I don't know. It's very icky, very gross. And I am not a fan of the storyline, but we'll see where it goes. Right, now we get to the big ones. So, Carla. Carla seems to be the same way she was at the end of season 1. Very shut off, very just doing everything that she can to cover up this murder, which is very... I liked Carla. I liked Carla season 1, but anyone who is going to cover up a murder, like, you can't like them. You can't, because they're literally implicit in the murder of an innocent person. Like, I can't like her anymore. I like her vibe. I like who she is as a character, but as a person, no. Now, when Christian talked to her at the end, oof. I don't know what she was expecting. The way she was leaning in, it was like she was going to kiss him or something. But what was she expecting? And with the crash earlier, what was she expecting? She told her dad, I think he's going to blab. And her dad said, don't worry, darling, enjoy your night. What did she think that meant? That he was just like, oh, don't worry about it, we'll deal with it later. No, that meant enjoy your night, I'll handle it. And she knew that. No matter how much she tries to deny it in her own head, she knew that. It's just so aggravating to see someone causing all of this harm and then pretending like she's not the cause. Like, if she hadn't said that Christian was going to blab, her dad wouldn't have done that to him. But then, does she even regret it? Does she even regret it if it meant that he was going to go and reveal the truth? because that would mean that she would be implicit in the murder as well. Especially, I think she would be more implicit if Christian came fully honest. If he fully went into the detail of Carla covering it up, she would be in a lot bigger trouble than Christian. And I think that's obviously the main reason why her dad did something, because she would have been fucked as well. It's a bunch of shit. But the main thing about Carla is I'm just annoyed that she's not realizing that she's causing all of this. It's so aggravating to see a character not realize that they're the problem. Now, Polo. We didn't get a lot of Polo because the way that we were presented Polo was the same way that Polo's trying to present himself, in that he's fine. He's happy. He's just chilling. He's pretending like nothing happened. Everything's cool. Nothing happened. I can play like this silly little game of life and I can just be friends with Guzman because why can't I be friends with Guzman? Like, it was just so obviously him not thinking about it and just pushing it out of his mind. And that's just, it's never going to end well because like we found out later on, he's been taking pills. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're drugs or if there's prescription, maybe anxiety pills. I don't know. Because it seemed like he was having a panic attack. But it's just, oh my, I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to Polo not thinking about it because it's understandable. It's understandable why he's trying not to think about it, but it's not healthy and it's never going to end well. So we're just going to have to see where that goes. Now, Christian. I don't know what to say about Christian because I knew he would break. I knew he would. Because he's just that kind of person. I did not expect him to keep this secret for them at all. I did not think that he would be going on about his life, going to New York at this fancy university, loving his life, if he did this to Nano. It's just, it wasn't going to happen. He called Nano his brother, you know? So I knew he was going to break. I didn't think it was going to be this episode. I thought it might have been a finale kind of thing. Like, it would slowly build up and then he'd do it and that would be the big thing. I didn't think that he would actually go and do it this episode. And, it's just... I don't get how he thought that he could, you know? I don't get how he was so naive to think that he could easily just say to Carla that I'm going to go tell the truth and everything would be fine and her dad wouldn't do something. Like, Christian, you have to have more of a brain to you. You have to understand that if you're going to do this, you can't tell her. You just say, yeah, everything's fine. Then in the morning, you go to the station. Because by doing this, you just fucked yourself over. But I don't blame him for it because he didn't do anything wrong except for cover it up in the first place. But then I don't blame him for covering it up in the first place simply because when he was having that conversation with Samu on the pier at the end, they were talking about it and he said we don't have the evidence. And it's true. Even if Christian went there with this whole big story, they don't have evidence. So how are they gonna convince them that it's true? They don't know where the watch is. They don't have evidence of any of this happening. The only evidence they have is the trophy. But surely cleaning it and then it being in the lake for this amount of time, all the evidence on the trophy is going to be gone by now. Surely the DNA would have washed away. But yes, anyway, I believe that covers everyone. So on to question time. First up, what do you think of the main plot line of Samuel being missing? Oh, I didn't even talk about that. I like it, but we haven't been given enough information for me to understand why he's missing. He's obviously trying to investigate this and trying to find out what happened. Because we all know what happened, but even Samuel doesn't. They just know that Christian knew something. So he's obviously got a lead on it being Carla or Polo, like that kind of group. So he's got his leads. Maybe it leads him to a point where he has to run away from them because obviously they're not afraid to do stuff. They literally hit Christian with a car and practically paralyzed him. So maybe he's running away from them. But then the police have got this whole search looking for him. His bike was found in the forest, pushed up, so he obviously ditched his bike for some reason. It's just, there's a lot of pieces missing. I enjoy the concept. I really do enjoy the concept. There's just a lot of pieces missing for me to say whether I like where it's going. I like that we still have the future aspect of jumping back and forth because I really enjoyed that in season 1. I need more information to know why he's missing, you know? Next up, what are your thoughts on the new characters being introduced? I do really like them both. Valerio and what was her name? I'm going to look it up quick. Rebecca, of course. Yeah, so we have Valerio and Rebecca. Valerio is a character, definitely. Like, he is very different from... They're both very different from anyone we've seen. And I like that. I like that they've introduced two characters that have such a different vibe to everyone else because they're both in the rich class, but they're both very different from their peers. You have Valerio, who just doesn't give a shit about social background. Like, he does not give a shit. He will just have fun, party, and be friends with anyone that he wants. It's all about what he wants. He seems to be very driven by having fun. And then you've got Rebecca. Rebecca seems like the kind of person who has come from a bit of a rougher background from everyone else, because we know that she says she won the lottery. That doesn't seem true based on her interaction with Lou. And the way that Lou described it, if she's right, it is to do with drugs and that kind of like coming up that way. So she's obviously coming from a bit of a rougher background than all of the other rich people. So she definitely has a different vibe. But differently from Valerio, she doesn't like the rich. She is more at home with Samu and Nadia and all of those people. So it's very interesting to have someone in that class and who actually does have all of this money who thinks so differently. And I'm very excited to see where both of them go. I want to see their development in the story, you know? And finally, what are your thoughts on what happened to Christian? I mean, it's disgusting. It's fucking vile. But how Carla didn't think that that was what was going to happen. How she didn't think that by saying to her dad, the guy who has done so much to cover up everything, who literally a roof collapsed on kids and they covered it up. Like, he does not give a shit about people. Other than himself and his own family, he does not give a shit. So how she thought that telling him that and then his reply being essentially, don't worry, I'll handle it. What did she expect? I don't understand. Now, Christian being away, I'm going to miss him. I did really like Christian being around. They said it would be months, and based on the time frame we've been given of Samu, I suppose Christian's going to be out for the whole season, because that was about 3 months in the future, wasn't it? And I believe her dad said about 2 to 3 months of intense rehabilitation. So I think Christian's out, which means I'm going to really miss him, but they needed to get rid of him because he was the weak link. He was the one of the three who knew what happened, that he just couldn't be here. It wasn't viable, you know? So yes, anyway, what an incredible season opener. We got so much character development, so much story. I love the premise. I love the vibe of the show. There wasn't a single point in the show where I felt bored. Not a single moment. And I love that. For an hour-long show, to have you cooked for the entire hour, you are given props for that, you know? But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon. We're able to find the early and uncut reactions to Elite and all the other shows that I do. If you enjoyed the reaction, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.